Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you for joining us on the last podcast, the last Facebook Live of 2018. We're jumping into 2019 in just a couple of days. And so I want to set you guys up powerfully for this because it really is a matter of what you're telling yourself, right? And so we're going to jump right into this Sunday reset and just dive right in because we want to make sure that you are ready. You're ready for 2019. And there's a lot of talk about what is your word? What is your word for 2019? And I'm seeing it a lot on Facebook, and I'm seeing it a lot on Instagram. And it's things like, power. 2019 is going to be my year. I'm going to be bold. 2019 is going to be my year. I'm going to be creating change, whatever it is. And that's all good. That's all good. I want to set you up on a different level though. I want to set you up on a level where it doesn't matter whether it's 2019, 2020, next week, tomorrow, in the next hour, you're going to be so in touch, so in tune with the power, a self-created power, that you discover that you're at the source of it. So you don't have to wait for a year, you don't have to wait for an hour, you don't have to wait for a day, because you're the source, right? So let me just ask you this. Have you ever created a goal for yourself? Let's say you're looking for a new job, or maybe you're all about creating a new relationship in your life, right? Maybe you're single and you're looking to date, or maybe even you're married, you're with someone, and things just haven't been that fantastic between the two of you, and you have a one-on-one conversation with this person or with yourself, and you're like, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna start looking for a new job, or I'm gonna get that raise. There comes a point where you have a conversation with yourself, and you really get connected that you're the one that's going to create this, right? Because if you're sitting back on your life and you're thinking, my boss is who's responsible for my raise, or if you're sitting back and thinking Tinder is responsible for my relationship, then you kind of got things backwards, right? There's a collapsing that we do in our lives, and we collapse who is responsible for the things that we want to happen versus the vehicle, the method, right? So we think Tinder is responsible because you'll see it all the time. I'm getting off Tinder, I got off Tinder, or I'm not doing OkCupid, it should be more like OKX, or plenty of fish, it's more like plenty of what? So we collapse goals and responsibility and accountability. And that's when our goals don't get accomplished. Hey, Rafaela. So what I want you to do is I want you to connect with that you're at the source of it. And so what do I mean by that? When you create that possibility, when you create that goal, I'm going to be in a relationship, I'm going to make, 20K more this year, whatever it is, there comes a time when you have that conversation with yourself and you're truly connected to it, right? And if we take a step back and, I'm going to introduce this metaphor, this, it's like we're driving the bus, right? We're driving the bus and we're going down the highway and we're fast, and the fuel level, we're 100% and everything. And that's what it looks like at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do this, da da da. We're all in possibility, that's what that is. So we're inside the bus and we're driving and we're flooring that mofo, right? And then something happens, like maybe in February or maybe in March, by April, all of a sudden you really look back, you really take a look at the picture, and you're no longer in the bus. You're now pushing the bus. And when you feel like you're pushing the bus, you're pushing your goal instead of your goal pushing you, it's really because you lost connection. You lost connection with your why, right? And so you've collapsed. You've collapsed what's going on in your life, and we all do it, but I want you to learn to uncollapse it, because when you collapse things in your life, you're really setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for a continued relationship that could be toxic. You're setting yourself up for no raise. You're setting yourself up for feeling like a failure, and that's the place where you don't want to be at, right? And that's another place where we collapse. If you don't accomplish your goal, all of a sudden you're a failure. And this is not true. Learn to uncollapse things in your life. You can not accomplish something and still be a success, right? So I want to give you a couple of seconds just right now to take a look in your life. Where have you collapsed things? You know, where did things not go your way? And now you're basically labeling yourself like a loser, a failure, you know, you're no good, am I worthy? Like all these things are like swerving around. So take a couple of seconds. I'm gonna give you just to really connect, okay? Hey Elida, how's it going? So if you guys have questions, you know, feel free to post them on here, and I'm gonna get back to you, whether it's through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You all can find me at Nandoism. So really, just because I want to know what you've got going on in your life. That's what these resets are for. It's 15 minutes to just reset. Let me just wipe the slate clean in 15 minutes and get it going. All right. So where? Hey, my mom just joined. Where in your life have you collapsed things, right? And that really, I want you to really get to the source of that, because when you start collapsing things like, I did not accomplish this, so then I'm a loser, that's just not true, right? So uncollapse it and know that you can actually be living life where you're not accomplishing the goal and you're still a winner. It's okay, right? We all go through that, but you got to be connected to the source. So let's get back on the bus, right? So when you're feeling like you're pushing the bus now, it's that you've lost your why. Because when you create a goal, when you create something that you want to accomplish in your life, there's a reason behind it. It's not just you want to make 20K more. Why? What will you create with the 20K? Well, I'll create less time at work. Okay, and then what will you create with that? Oh, well, I'll create more time with family. Okay, and what will you create with more time with your family? Oh, I'll create more memories and, you know, vacations and trips and photos. Okay, and what will you create with that? Love. And what will you create with that? You see what I'm saying? So like, you can actually break down your goal, you know, your why. Your why, there's so much underneath your why. So when you feel like you're struggling and you're pushing the bus, you've lost connection with your why. So to get back at the bridge to get from pushing the bus to go inside the bus and start driving it is connecting back to your why. And a lot of the times it's just uncollapsing. So here, this is what I want you to keep in mind for 2019, right? Is how to really accomplish these goals that you set for yourself. Number one, make sure that they're based in reality. And what I mean by that is a lot of us will have goals like, I want to lose 50 pounds by next month, or I want to get 20K by next week, right? All of those things are possible, but they're not possible within the time frame that you're setting yourself up for. And then now you're starting to see, then you don't accomplish it, and so then you're unaccomplished, and then you feel like a loser. And you've collapsed those things. So then now you're walking around life thinking that you're a loser because you can't lose 50 pounds by next week. It's impossible. So one, set your goals in reality. Make sure that they're based in reality in terms of the time frame and what's actually required for you to accomplish them. Number two, right? Because we're learning how to accomplish goals. We're setting yourself up powerfully for 2019. Number two is connect with your why. If you all of a sudden feel like you're pushing the bus, connect with your why. You've lost connection. Why was that goal important to you in the first place? Why was that goal something that was lighting you up? Connect to that, right? Three, once you've done that I want you to assess, is this working for me? A lot of the times what we do is we give ourselves a month. Let's say lose weight, all right? We're gonna talk about losing weight. We give ourselves a month to lose weight, and let's just say, I think the data is in, you could lose safely around 2 pounds a week. Think about it. 2, 4, 6, 8, that's 8 pounds a month. We set ourselves up for 20 pounds in 1 month. That's not realistic, and that's not really setting you up for success. So let's say in week 2, you still haven't lost anything. Well, what there is to do is just start discovering, what am I doing or what am I not doing, right? Have I stopped those late night pizza binges? Have I stopped eating, you know, chicharrones? Like, what is it that you're doing or not doing that's not working for you, right? And always be in discovery mode. So the third thing is always be like in research mode, be in discovery. Am I going to reach my goal at the end of the month if I keep doing what I'm doing? Because so far, nothing's happening, right? And I'm also going to give you a bonus one. The bonus is create a support system so that when things are not going, when things are looking like, oh, I'm not going to reach the goal, reach out. But don't reach out to the very end. Reach out the instant, the moment that you see that it's not going to be accomplished. So then they can help you brainstorm and pivot and get back on track. Also, here's the extra bonus. Reach out when things are working because you want acknowledgement. You want to know that, hey, what I'm doing is working, and it's okay to pat yourself on the back. And if you're not used to patting yourself on the back, then that's when you reach out to someone and say, hey, guess what? I set up this goal for myself and I was going to lose 10 pounds in January and I've already lost 10 pounds. You want people to come in and celebrate with you, invite people, allow people to contribute to your celebration, okay? So guys, set yourself up powerfully for 2019. Main idea of today, uncollapse. Uncollapse those ideas, those things that have you stuck in. This isn't working. This was the wrong goal. These were the wrong missions. These were the wrong people to connect with. This was the wrong job. This was the wrong relationship. This was the wrong person. I'm XYZ, right? All of that is collapsing. If you take a look at it, you've collapsed some things together, and all there is to do is just uncollapse. Uncollapse and get back on track. And remember, when you are really struggling with the goal, just take a look and see, are you on the outside pushing the bus now? Because that's more than not, that's what's happening. And there's something for you to discover. And also, some of you pick goals, create goals just out of thin air without really creating a goal that lights you up. Now, I do a group coaching call with 10 people every month, and I make sure that they have a goal that lights them up. If they're not lit up about their goal, if they're not excited, if they're not waking up every morning like, oh my God, yes, this is my goal, this is really what I want to accomplish, then it's not going to work, because it doesn't matter how much you set yourself up for success, how many people you have cheering you on, how many, less sugar, less fat kind of food you're trying to eat. If you're not lit up by it, if it's a to-do, like I've got to lose weight, then you're not gonna be so successful. It's gotta be something that you're connected with, right? Okay guys, I want you all to have an amazing, amazing 2019. And this is the last podcast for 2018. And I want you guys to reach out and let me know, hey Lupita, I want you guys to let me know what topics do you want me to discuss in 2019, right? Is it more relationships? Is it more creating money? Is it more about goal setting? Is it more about how to create your own business? Like, you guys let me know what it is that you want to hear from.
90 seconds.
Because you're the guys that, you're the people that are listening to this. You're the dedicated, amazing, fantastic folks. And as a thank you for those of you that are listening, I'm going to have some chances for some of you to win some swag in the next few weeks. So make sure that you are hooked up to Instagram at Nandoism or on Facebook, and for your chances to win some of the swag, because we have stepped it up in terms of swag. Like, you guys are going to be like, I want some of that. All right, so I will see you back in 2019. Have an amazing, amazing new year. And remember, I'm here to make your life sexier.